Oh, what's this? All right. Looks like we're live. Let me do a quick audio check. Yep. Oh, man. Oh, so you guys could see the mess behind me. I should have put a... Let me do something. Watch this. There you go. No more mess. I fixed it. Okay, now my room looks better. It doesn't look like I did everything last minute. Let me just push an announcement on Telegram, just in case someone is waiting over there. Sorry, I got a new keyboard, so it's very loud. Give me 1 sec. I just mute myself. There we go. Okay, I think we're ready. Let me just pull out my chat, see if anyone's saying hi. They are. Good. All right. I'm also testing out this vertical format for the first time, so if something looks bad, it's my fault. But I think we're gonna be fine. Okay, I got about 70 viewers for now, which is, I think, a good enough start. Nosvember had a lot of different participants. I was counting around 500 unique ones, or even more. So there might be more people joining in, but there's also a recording on. There's also a recording on YouTube. You know, in case people wanna check back on it. Let me just fix this. All right, cool. So let me just pull up my presentation, my awesome presentation that I did. Let me find it. It's somewhere. I know I did it. No. 1 sec. Where did I put it? There you go. I'll share my screen with you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. Keyboard ASMR. It's a pretty cool one. I just bought it. Arrived today. Unboxing. It's like mechanical. I never had a mechanical keyboard before, so I'm just getting used to it. It's very loud, very loud. All right, let me share my screen. Enough of me wasting time. Video, share screen. There we go. You. I'll share you. Slideshow. No, not like this. This doesn't look good. Oh, there we go. Add the stage. I'm really small. Why am I so small? I don't like this. I'm playing around with the new layout, so it might, make me bigger. How do I make myself bigger? Hold on, guys. I'm just playing around with the new layout. This is more friendly to people on their phones, but it's not so friendly for me, it seems, because, oh well. You can see me. I'm not in the spotlight. Honestly, that's fine by me. Let me see if I can fix you. Yeah, that's good enough. You see what's going on, so I'm happy with that. This is not good for screen sharing. Anyway, I think we can start. Welcome to the 2025 Nosvember reward ceremony. So what is this about? What are we doing here? Who am I? Well, let's go step by step, because I'm assuming all of you know who I am and why the reward ceremony is happening, but I will give an introduction just in case. So I'm Dennis. I'm the community lead of Nosana, and I'm the person responsible for Nosvember of 2025, not the one before, which is an event that has lasted for the whole month of November, basically incentivizing the community to do some efforts and raise community spirits through various different activities and games, which included, but isn't all of it, meme contests, thread contests, Hello Friends, which was a unique contest for inviting friends over to the Discord. That one I have some comments on, especially because it got really wild in the last couple of days. So I had to do some improvising. But yeah, so also, let me see. Let me go to the next one. There we go. This is the summary of the presentation. So I'm not gonna take too much of your time. I didn't do the drum roll thing. So once the winners come out, it'll just be like, whatever. I'll just announce them. It's not gonna be great, special, wow, but it's gonna be interesting. And I think it was a good event to look back on. So like looking back on what Nosvember was, it was a whole month of the community events. We had a lot of cool things. We had some cool activities, which was, in the first week we had the ignition call, which had around, I don't know, 400 or 500 viewers, which got some people drawn into Nosvember and got them interested about it. We also pushed out the blog and we had a lot of people reading about it, which is pretty cool. First week we tried Sketchful.io, which had, I think people liked it a lot. It was very fun. It was a very fun activity. So we did say we're going to do it again. And we did it again, I think, last week. We had some more people joining this time. I think we need a drum roll. Yeah, we're going to do a drum roll, but in time. So Sketchful was a pretty cool activity. So I think people liked it. So we can continue doing it sometimes, like every 2 to 3 weeks, we can do like a game when everyone likes it. Sometimes even maybe over the weekend, because everyone likes Fridays, like 7 p.m. Eastern time, Central Eastern time. Everyone likes that time. So we're going to figure something out where everyone can play a simple game without, stressing out too much. We had the quiz, which was pretty cool. We had like 45, 50 people in the quiz. It was pretty fun. Me and Luzo did it. Luzo's amazing. You'll hear more about him really soon enough, because I have a little special gift for him, but he doesn't know about this yet. So if he's watching, he might be surprised. Anyway, the Nosana thread challenge and the meme contests were hectic. There was so many submissions. I had to look through all of them. It was very difficult, especially with the threads. Like there was a lot of good threads. You guys use AI so much. I hate you for it, but I'm not disallowing you to use AI. Everyone does it, me too included. But like some of you used AI for like very good specific reasons. They did some nice graphics with it. They did nice text. They did some nice formatting. They made educational content and they did their research. The others were a bit more lazy, but we'll get to that. There's only 3 winners, but for the meme contest, there's 5 of you. And then we had a poker tournament, which had a huge turnout. It had over 200 people playing. And I know some of you are here from the poker tournament, and they're gonna ask me, "Oh, when are you gonna send out the rewards?" Calm down. I'm gonna send them probably with the rewards next week. Everyone's gonna, get the rewards next week for the meme contest, for the threads, for the poker, and for the champions who are gonna be crowned. So you're gonna see. All right, let's move forward. Meme contest. So this was an interesting one. This was an interesting spectacle. Let me just pull out the list of my so-called winners. Hold on. I did it somewhere. Put it somewhere. So those of you who made these memes, you have won. So these 5 are my favorites. But there were other good ones as well. A lot of you, for some reason, decided to just put the nose logo on Elon Musk and call it a day and expect it to be funny. But some of you did a really good effort, and there was a couple of good ones as well. So I hope you guys will continue with this, because over time we might do another meme contest, but in a different style and more community incentivized. But I think it's gonna be a cool one. Let me just tell you who I found who got the thing. Let me see. So it was Dexter. It was Quick Reels or Lone Wolf on our Discord. It was Gabrielle. It was the Bingo Faction Squad, and it was the last one is Epic Crypto TV. So you guys won. Each one of you has won $20 worth of NOS. There's no top 5 different rankings or anything, but you guys are the meme contest winners. And we're definitely going to be stealing some of these memes and putting them in the blog and sometimes in tweets. So there you go. You're popular now. Thread contest. This was a difficult one. And I know it's controversial. Hold on. Let me go back. No. I'm go back. You guys saw already who won, but let me do this. Hold on. All right. That was terrible. Here we have our winners. This was very difficult. I had to take a look at over 30 something submissions, and there was a lot of good ones. There was a lot of good ones, and I'm sorry I can't give out more rewards to all of them. Some of you did a lot of research, and I can see it. Some of you submitted late, but I took a look at those anyway. So don't think because you submitted like a day later, I didn't look. I did look into all of them. But looking through all of them, some of them had really good quality. Some of them were just lacking something. Some of them were really good, like really good context. But unfortunately, some of you didn't do the proper research and just use AI to give you data, and that data was false. There was some outdated stuff, especially because a lot of you wrote good threads about Nosana in general, but then you decided to talk about staking and say some weird stuff about it, because recently we just had a big proposal regarding staking, how it's going to change. But you didn't read about it and you didn't research, so you just laid out some wrong facts, and unfortunately I can't stand for that one. Godfather was number one. He had pretty good graphics about the whole threads. Everything was pretty cool. A little tiny bit of information from our history might be slightly altered. The timeline is different, but I'll accept it because it was a pretty good thread. You guys should check it out. Second place is Tiny Chubbs. He did a little AI video about Nosana, which is not the only reason he won. Don't worry. I'm not just gonna take AI makings completely and say, wow, this is great. He did a little bit of a research and focused on some nice topics and talked about Nosana more in detail. Third place, which was also like last minute submission, was by Chavi or Javi. I don't know how you pronounce it. Pretty solid research thread. I wouldn't say there is anything specific about it that I like the most. This is the reason it's third place. But there was definitely some quality behind it, and I can see that he put in some research behind it. I know all three of you used AI. It's obvious. I don't care. Like, as long as you did your research at least a little bit and focused on making the thread good quality, and I think that's the point of this all, and that was pretty good. Honorable mentions have to go to a lot of these quality threads. So Mr. T, Electus, Crypto Manachi, Crypto Mule, T Purity, and Gabriel Crypt. You guys did very good threads. You were like top 4, top 5. Some of you were even lingering around the top 3 for a while, but some of the others were very close behind, and due to some other factors like legitimacy of the threads and the formatting and some of the graphics didn't really look that good. Unfortunately, not everyone can win. And I have a special shout out for Blue, who did a unique thread, which I will definitely keep in mind. So Blue, if you stick around, for like the next couple of months, I'm definitely gonna remember you in case we do anything similar to this. Because Blue wrote a very cool thread about how Nosvember works and wrote all the details about the challenges and everything. And I think it was very cool from him. Explained the community champions in detail, because that one, even though I explained in the blog a little bit and on the call, there is not many information about it, so that was a big help for some members, I believe. So there you go. Special shout outs. Let me see what's next. Community champions. The community champions, they were good. Yeah, that was fun. So for you who remember what community champions were, they were rewarded to various efforts in the community for many different things that they have done. Rookie of the Month is awarded to someone who joined during Nosvember and provided the most activity. We had a couple of those. There was one who stood out the most, and I hope that person stays with us even after Nosvember ends, because I know some of you joined Nosvember just to scoop the rewards and run off. And I do understand it, but I feel like there is more for you to see and learn by staying in this community, because Nosana as a community, from my experience, has some of the best communities in crypto. Not just because they're all close together, but also because there's a lot of educational content you can see on the Discord, especially in the 3 p.m. chat, where you have a lot of analysis about some stuff and a lot of good predictions, which are quite accurate actually. And people share their news and have good discussions there. And I think sticking around is going to be good for you. So conversation starter, it was for someone who joined every now and then, talking to people, making sure. Sorry, my Slack is like bugging off. Let me just quiet this down. It was awarded to people who had conversations, not just like good morning, how are you, but like they actually had something to talk about. They had something to share. They had some cool details about some stuff. So that's awarded them. Community champion. Community champion is the champion of the champions. This is the person who not only went a step above and beyond, doing something for the community, but also creating something that the community uses on a daily basis or has inspiration from. This is a person who made a lot of, who everyone knows on the server and who everyone respects on the server. And this is a person you can look up to as a community member. So that's something to look forward to. Morning person was a simple one. It's basically for saying good morning. Nothing else. And I had a couple people saying good morning. So it was very close. It was very close. And then you have super dev. This was a little undefined. This was for people who help out with some technical stuff and they attend the village challenges and they stick around and provide some active feedback. These are also very good users who help out other hosts, for example. So there's a lot of that included. Nosvember MVP is the person who attended most of the challenges and activities, contributed to basically being everywhere all the time, just trying to get themselves out there. Unshaken is a very important community champion role because November was a very hard month for crypto in general. Like things were horrible. Things were just, people were losing their minds. Like Solana went from like 200 something down to 140 at one point. It's still around there. So like people are bugging out. People were crazy about it. They knew they were very negative. There was a lot of negativity, not just around the Nosana community, but generally. These people provided some respite in those times, even though things weren't looking so good. So the credit goes to them for this. And the third one is the questionable one. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm saving it for the future sometime. As we roll into the season 2 of the rewards program, which is going to be rolled out maybe January, but I can't promise you this yet. But it's going to be more specific. So anyone who's participating in Nosvember, who likes missions and who likes different types of contests, they should stick around because I have a lot of cool things in plan. It doesn't have to be, threads or memes, but it can also be meaningful contributions. We have a lot of different places where you can do a lot of contributions. Our Reddit, it's just getting revived, so we're going to be more active on Reddit because you see a lot of people going to Reddit and asking about Nosana. We're going to put some more life into our Reddit. There are going to be some missions, regarding some potential raids, but I'm not going to tell you anything for now because I'm still planning and working on it. So without further ado, I'm going to do another bad drum roll. Again, I'm going to do it again. There we go. Underwhelming. I know no confetti, no nothing. Read out the rewards. I'm going to read it out and I'm going to share it with you. So here we go. We have Rookie of the Month. This is the member who joined sometime during Nosvember and provided the most activity and enthusiasm. And there was a couple of people. So many of you joined from the invite challenges from Hello Friends. Some of you joined organically. I don't care which one it is. I just need you to have joined during Nosvember sometimes. And this goes to our friend T Purity, who was very, very active in the server for a lot of different things, including the games and also including the threads. had a very good thread. Actually, had 2 threads about the deployment manager. So he was very close to winning 3rd place, but due to some factors, there were other winners picked instead. But hope you can enjoy the. Oh, no, we're going back. Hold on. Hope you can enjoy the title you have received. All of you will be getting unique titles for Discord, which might not seem important right now, but down the line in the future, having certain amount of roles is going to open some doors for you, including being considered for the ambassador program, being considered for helping out with some other things, being considered for some surveys, which might give out rewards. There's a lot of cool things that can work through this. Conversation started. It's our friend Devi King, our Dutch friend who joined the community a couple of months ago. He's been super active ever since, trying to make conversation. And during Nosvember, he was often having conversation with a lot of different people and trying to keep the spirits up. So this goes out to him. There was a couple of other members who were also quite active in the conversation starting department, but I'm gonna give it out to him for now because this person was ultimately the one. Morning person. Now this is a tough one. I have 3 of them. But we're just gonna pick one of these. So both Lone Wolf and Carbalez were super active, like every day basically, chatting out. And Devi King was also there, but just a few messages short from reaching that championship title. But since our friend Lone Wolf is gonna have another award by him, we're gonna nominate our friend Carbalez, who's a long-time OG Nosana member who's been here for months, helping out with some things like hosting, helping out with other members. This is a recognition to the morning person who's always bringing good early morning vibes, basically. Tech Guru. So Super Dev, Tech Guru, whatever you want to call it. These will be going to 3 people. These are super dedicated hosts who help out the community often, which is Christian W, Fargo6, and Alfie0212. So these guys might not even be on the call. They weren't like super proactive during Nosvember. They weren't joining the activities and contests. But what they have been doing in the meantime, while everyone was focusing on their activities, they have been in the background helping other hosts, which is what this is all about. In the end, Nosana is a marketplace. It's a product. It's a service. And the only way we can continue running as a service if we have community members who help each other out and make things easier. And this is what I'm going to be rewarding moving forward. Nosvember was a special event where I rewarded some more fun things like saying good morning or being proactive in the chat. But for the future reference, Silent Heroes, exactly what Blue is saying. Silent Heroes. So for future reference, we're going to be scouting the community members who help out a lot, basically every month. I'm going to try to keep it on a monthly basis, give them shout outs, because some people, like, what do they get in return? They get a thank you maybe, and that's it. We want to see the community helping each other, becoming autonomous. So when something goes wrong and someone needs help, you don't need to tag me. You don't need to tag me on the Discord or somewhere else. You can just ask a question in like general chat or in the host chat, and someone else from the community is going to jump in and help you. This is what we want to do. This is the kind of community we're trying to build. And I think the best way moving forward is to reward those who are already doing it without asking for anything in return. So these 3 gentlemen will be sharing the $90 NOS reward, basically $30 worth of NOS each, to give them an incentive to continue being helpful. And there's a lot of other hosts who have helped. Don't think I didn't see you, but I couldn't give out all the rewards to you. But you have done great. So I'll definitely consider rewarding even more people who help out the community in the upcoming months. Our Nosvember MVP, no one doubted it. Everyone knew. This man is crazy. This guy joined during one Sketchful IO, second Sketchful IO. He joined during the quiz. Oh, no. You saw it. I hope you didn't see that. I misclicked. It's my new keyboard. I keep telling you guys, look, it's like all shiny and weird. I'm getting used to it. My man Lone Wolf basically attended every activity there was. Like he played poker, he played all the sketchfuls. He was there for the challenges. He got some good memes going there as well. He was also like inviting a lot of friends over. So all in all, there was no doubt that he is the MVP of Nosvember. we kind of knew about it. There was no one coming close, but what it is, and this man has done it. Unshaken, I'm gonna split the reward into two wonderful people. One of them, for sure, if you hang out in the 3 p.m. channel, if you're an OG, you know who this man is. This man is posting charts every day. He wakes up, says, "Good morning, everyone." Post a chart. Usually he's right. This man deserves no further ado. This is our friend Soul Researchers, one of our specialists, which I'm going to talk more about later. This guy is the guy who is always here, always unshaken. Like the market took a bad turn. Everything went crazy. Everyone is like panicking. He stays calm. He says, c'est la vie. You got to live with it. You're going to be fine. There you go. Also, someone who was very important during Nosvember. He might not have as much messages as our friend Stefan, but he was very active in areas where things were looking very bad, and he stood in the defense of the project, not just because he loves the project, but because he thinks it's the right thing to do. So our friend Dudu from Brazil, who you're going to hear more about in the future for sure, he also wins the Unshaken. So these two gentlemen are going to be splitting this reward. So these are our community champions. Let's go. Give a round of applause. Again. And for those who already saw, for those of you who already saw what's happening with Hello Friends. So this is a tricky one because in the last 4 days, our Discord grew by like 500 people. Every couple of hours, the raid alert was triggered because Discord was thinking, oh, someone's going to nuke our server. Someone's going to destroy the server. Everything's going to explode. No, it was just you guys inviting your friends. Here's the problem. Not all of those friends are actual friends. They're actual bots. So there you go. Now we have a big problem because we got a lot of people inviting a lot of different people again. So what are we going to do? We have to make sure we check that these invites are legit. And how are we going to do it? I can't tell you because then you're going to know how to fix it. But the only contest that is not going to officially have rewards and drafts ready for the end of Nosvember is our Hello Friends contest. Yes, it's delayed. Oh my God. I know. Let me see if I have a sad, no sad. Explosion. I know, guys. I know everyone's angry. Oh no, I invited hundreds of friends. Why would you do this to me? Well, because my Discord is screaming for help. It's on its last heels. The reason it's delayed by a whole week is because I need some time to set up additional security measures to make sure that the people who join the server are actually people. So in the meantime, those who have invited a lot of friends over, and I know there's a few of you, tell your friends to be active. Tell your friends to say hello, to say good morning. Tell your friends to see what's up. Ask questions around sometimes just to see what's up in the server, because there's a lot of friends who are not able to do that, and there is a very simple way to figure that out, and I'm gonna do it next week. I'm not gonna ban anyone. Even though you invited tons of bots, I'm not gonna do that. I don't really care. I know you guys are just trying to win, but I'm not gonna have the server flooded with unorganic members. There's a lot of Discord servers who decide, oh, we're just gonna let everyone in, and those servers have hundreds of thousands of people. And then when you post an announcement, that announcement is seen by like 1,000 people. So what's the point? The Nosana community doesn't need that, and there's no reason for those bots to be here. So I'm just gonna kick them all out. I already kicked some of them out this week, and I'm just gonna kick more of them out next week. But yeah, there you go. The only contest that's gonna be delayed is gonna be Hello Friends. So on next Friday, I'm just gonna give you an update on who's the actual winner, because then I'll have more information. But that's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Tell your friends to come say hi and just remain active for the whole week until then. And we'll see who comes out on top. And what happens now? So we covered all the cool stuff. We covered the community champions, we covered the meme contest, we covered the threads, and we have covered, what else did we cover? The hello friends. Yeah. So what happens now? What are we gonna do looking ahead? What happens after Nosvember? What happens after this whole event ends? Dennis, are we gonna get more rewards? Why should I stay on the server if nothing's gonna happen? Well, lucky you, because we are gonna do something. But here's the thing, Nosvember, this is a 2-year tradition now. So it was here last year, and we had a little bit of a problem because a lot of people joined just to farm. Same thing happens this year. This is normal. This is crypto. No one's angry at you. You guys are cool. However, I need to see that you're actually here to contribute. So I need to see more of you. So I need to see some activity. So I hope to see you after Nosvember ends, because I'm planning, for those of you who have been here for a little bit, know that we did season 1 of the Nosana rewards program back in July, and it ended sometimes late October, mid-October, basically. We're going to do another season of this. Is there any rewards for Rookie of the Month and conversation starters? Yes, sir, there is. I did go over this. Let me go back. Where am I? Bum, bum, bum. So our conversation started is Debbie King, and our Rookie of the Month was T Purity. I know some of you were quite active as well, but unfortunately not everyone can win. That's why I'm telling you, stay around. You know, a lot of people are gonna potentially leave after Nosvember, which just makes me sad, because it makes me feel like you guys were just using me for rewards. But I'm not gonna get. It says on the screen. I'm gonna push an announcement. Yeah. So basically, I want you to stick around the server, help each other out, be active, be proactive. The times are bad, so let's all stick together as a community, as a whole, and let's do some fun stuff. Season 2 of the rewards program will be announced, and you will have more specific missions, more cool stuff to do. We're gonna be doing raids. We're gonna be doing missions on like Discord, on maybe even Telegram, Reddit. You know, we got a lot of cool stuff. Maybe even YouTube. You never know. I'm not gonna tell you anything because I'm still working on it. But it's gonna be very fun. Those of you who have won and are still here, I'll need to ask you for a favor. I'm gonna push out the announcement of all the winners, but I'll need you to open a ticket in the support chat. Those of you who do not know how, I will push an announcement out in Nosvember README, so everyone knows what they need to do. So there you go. That's it. That's it, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Let me see if I can put more files. Everyone's happy. I had a lot of fun with it. We had a lot of fun doing some activities. We learned a lot this month, especially what you guys like and dislike. I think the quiz was such a big success. We're definitely gonna do it again. Wait, guys, I skipped something. Guys, I didn't. Why didn't anyone warn me? I didn't tell you who the community champion was. The community champion, the person who did all of this, who did so much stuff, who did Nos Plus, who I'm sure many of you use on a daily basis to track. Like you could use it to track the governance vote we just had. You could use it to track the liquidity pools. You can use it to track charts, history, everything. And he also helped me with the quiz. And he's also a very good OG member. Everyone knows it's Luzo, guys. He is the community champion. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, Luzo. I completely skipped over you. I don't know how this happened. So congrats to Luzo. Let me just give another applause. I hate this. Another one. Luzo is the man who made this possible. Luzo is the community champion you should aspire to be. So there you go. A big thank you from me as a community manager of Nosana, and a big thank you from the team for making Nos Plus. And I think a big thank you from the community as well, because a lot of people were very happy to see you doing Nos Plus and not asking for anything in return. So here's the smallest amount of thank you we can give. Thank you. So back to figuring things out, looking ahead. So that's it, guys. No more things to share. I'm gonna push an announcement. I'm gonna write a blog next week sometimes to talk about Nosvember as a whole, to give you some cool statistics you can share to your friends. I'm gonna give you some cool graphics, some cool memes. We're gonna maybe make some stickers from the memes, maybe even GIFs. There's a lot of cool stuff we can think about. So stick around the server, say hi to your friends, and I'll see you sometime in the future on some other call. Um, Thank you. And everyone have a nice morning, evening, lunch, wherever you are. Hope to see you on some future events. And that's it from me. You guys take care.